Turn it 3.
Positive rotation. Ignition.
Welcome to Roll Call, a 126 Air Refueling Wing podcast of the Illinois Air National Guard at Scott Air Force Base. I'm your host, Master Sgt. Brian Ellison. The Roll Call podcast focused on people, mission, and community. And joining me in the studio today is my son, Sam. Home. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
How's your Christmas vacation, holiday vacation going?
Better.
Better? Why is it better?
I got a new bat.
You did get a new bat for Christmas. The long wait is over for the Marucci Cat 9.
Yep.
Unfortunately, you don't have hitting practice or whatever you want to call it, training for another couple weeks.
Why?
Because your hitting instructor is on vacation.
Where's he going?
He went fishing with his grandpa down in for sword fishing somewhere. I don't know, Caribbean, I guess. I have no idea, but
I was gonna say it's super cold.
It is super cold.
And
but
we don't live anywhere near an ocean.
We don't live anywhere near an ocean, although we do live near beaches.
Where?
On the Missouri and the Mississippi.
Those aren't beaches.
Yeah, they are.
They're a river that with rocks that hurt.
Coming up on the podcast, our guest tells us how a chat at a high school football game led him to the Air National Guard and the 126th Air Refueling Wing. Also, nations team up in the Pacific to help out remote islands in that area. That's coming up on around the Air Force. I know it's like it's the end of the year, the beginning of the year, and we start to think about, our finances and stuff like that. I know you don't, Sam, because you don't have any finances. Although you get paid a lot to cut our neighbor's yard, which I do half of it. It's not a very big. You get 50. I cannot believe this. This kid gets $50 to cut our neighbor's yard, and I wind up doing half of it because...
That's not true, because you do the hard work, because if I do it, it's going to flip and it's going to hit me.
Well, this is true. I do that because there's a hill in the front yard, and so I have to do that part on the hill. But, man, I used to get like $10-20 to cut grass 35 years ago. Maybe not even $20 back then, but now you're getting 50, brother. That's pretty good. You could have bought yourself that Cat 9 yourself.
Yeah, no.
No? If you're thinking about your finances and maybe just with that, the new year coming around and whatnot, maybe there's some changes coming up in your life financially. We do have free to us. These guys are great financial counselors. Your mom and I met with Drew Weckbach. Drew Weckbach earlier in the year, probably around July or something like that. Drew Weckbach, you can call him 314-307-3300. I was worried about going there because I thought I would be judged, if you will, because finances, I spend maybe a little bit too much sometimes. But he just showed me, hey, let's cut back in this area, and then really gave me a good picture of my retirement and made me feel more secure about my retirement. You can reach out to Drew Weckbach, again, 314-307-3300. He's on the Missouri side. I met with him in, Creve Coeur. It was like, Olive and Lindbergh. Right around there we met at a bread company. Of local type, and we talked about our finances with Mom and I, and you can also email them, pfc.mo.nosc@Zeiders, that's ZEIDERS.com. Like I said, he's available off base during the week and during drill by request. There's also Jonathan Bracewell. He's on this side of the river. You can reach Jonathan at 618-304-7311. And his email is pfc.scott.us.af@Zeiders.com. He's located on base Monday through Friday, also available by request. Coming up, our guest talks about his work in the Comptroller's office.
My name is Technical Sergeant Robert Walsh.
My job is quality control of jet fuel as well as refueling airplanes. What I like about my job is working outside and getting to meet different people. So I've refueled pretty much every plane in the Air Force: F-16s, F-15s, B-1s, B-2s, KC-135s, Air Force One. I've seen them all. So one of the reasons why I chose this job was because I wanted to be as close to aircraft as possible. And being POL, you can refuel so many different types of planes, and planes will always need gas.
Joined in the studio with Staff Sergeant Greg Godier from the 126th Comptroller Flight. Thanks for joining me in. I know you're kind of a sacrificial lamb, because I asked to talk to Captain Heiser, and she's like, "Take Godier."
Yep, voluntold to do it, but
No,
glad
that's
to be here.
good. I'm glad. What do you do in the Comptroller Flight?
So it's an ALO. It's basically an accounting technician. I also do the budget analyst position because that's currently vacant. But yeah, basically all things accounting. I'm in Deems every day, moving money around, basically doing what Lieutenant Pilashevsky tells me to do. So.
Really? So, I mean, because I know I've seen you input a lot of in there. I've been in there, and you're putting in a lot of paperwork or whatever, a lot of numbers. What like moving from one account to the other for
Essentially, yeah.
Purchasing?
I do that a lot. Either different accounts, different lines of accounting, different fiscal years. Just changing it all up so it hits the correct line whenever it needs to.
Is that a stressful job, or?
At times, especially at the end of the year, it's stressful, but throughout the year and like during the CR, we're not getting a whole bunch of funding, so
Right.
things can be relatively slow, but it'll pick up, I promise.
Yeah, hopefully, I believe. So we're recording this on the 21st of December, and hopefully by, I think, Thursday or Friday, they're going to pass a budget.
Yeah, that's a plan. They extended the CR last Friday to this Friday, so
Right.
got a week extra of money, but that's not really anything.
So do you keep up with that kind of a lot, just to know what to expect?
Yeah, we get emails about it just basically every day.
Really?
Out to the field, like, hey, this is the new update of the CR, and
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
constantly in the loop.
So you see a lot of money then. I mean, you must see.
Well, not physical money.
Well,
but
not physical
I see
money.
a bunch of numbers.
You see a bunch of numbers, but it must be big numbers.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. What do you think when you see those big numbers? Like, or do you just like you're so used to it now?
Yeah, it doesn't really necessarily faze me. Now, if it was hitting my bank account, it'd be a different story. But
So you have a college degree. What's that in?
that's in business management.
So how does that help you with the accounting position? I mean,
So I took a couple of accounting classes in college.
Right.
So I had like a background of how everything works.
Right.
Accounting wise.
just learning on the job, huh?
Yeah, it's a little learning on the job. I came in with some knowledge, helped me get a jump start, but the civilian accounting and military accounting are vastly different. So
Yeah, I can imagine. What makes them different? Just the amount of money?
I know,
or?
like in our accounting system alone, like negatives are credits, and in the civilian world, like positives are credits. So it's basically exactly backwards, but.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder how that. Why does it work that way? Just the way they do it. Huh?
Yep, just the system.
So did you join? What made you want to join the 126?
So actually, we were I had a alumni football game in Red Bud High School,
Okay.
and Matt Maring, and shout out, he works in maintenance over there.
Okay.
And I was looking for a different job, and he's like, "Hey, looking to joining the Air National Guard." So I looked into it, interviewed with Heather Wilde.
Nice.
And then, basically left 6 months later to basic training.
Did you join specifically to work in comptroller office?
After I looked at all the career fields, and I was like, I know they all had full-time jobs there, so that's something I was interested in. So,
what made you choose the Air National Guard?
I didn't necessarily want to go active duty and go to places I don't want to be, basically.
Right.
All my family and friends are here, so
Right.
I thought that was a perfect opportunity to join the military and stay close to home.
Well, you just mentioned full time. Were you surprised that there was full time work to be had here?
Yeah, I didn't know that really the Air National Guard existed until about 2 months before I joined. So
So where'd you go to school? High school?
high school I went to Redbud.
Okay. And then, so you're from around this area.
Yep.
And where'd you go to college?
I went to SWIC to get my associates, and then I transferred to SIU Carbondale to get my bachelor's.
Nice. What were you doing before you joined the military?
I was selling insurance after college, like to companies basically, and I just didn't really like that. I don't like cold calling and
I know.
being annoying and stuff. So
I know. I don't. I call it singing for my dinner. I don't want to sing for my dinner. That is rough. I did. I worked for a junior. I worked in sales a couple times. The last one was a junior hockey team, and selling ads and stuff like that. And it was just like, man, this is a lot of people, which was nice because I had a lot of repeat customers that I came on to.
Yeah.
But then you come into, you're trying to cold call people here, and it's just like, man, I don't want to know. I want to know every month what I'm going to get paid.
Yep.
Not knowing kind of, that was rough.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. It was a commission-based job, and I'm 22, 23 years old, still living with my mom. I'm like, I don't make enough to, like, every month to move out, and I'm trying to do that. So.
Yeah. So that's why you joined the 126?
Yep.
Yeah. What was it about the 126 that made you want to join?
I mean, everybody seemed like they were friends, like super close, and it's a great place to work. And the past 5 years I've been in, like, it's shown that, like,
yeah, that's cool.
Everybody's there for each other.
Yeah. I know you came in with a college degree, so what other benefits have you taken advantage of?
I mean, the full-time opportunity is probably the biggest one.
Yeah, that's. So, are you AGR or are you technician?
Yeah. So, whenever I got back from tech school, I did my Master OJT, and that got cut in half for me to start my AGR tour.
Oh wow!
And then I've been AGR ever since.
That's nice.
Yep, it worked out perfectly, actually.
So, what kind of? So you get TRICARE for your health insurance?
Yep.
That
I
must
get
be nice.
free health insurance. The pay's not bad.
Yeah. No kidding.
And then, I mean, here next year I'm eligible for the VA loan.
Oh,
So,
right,
yeah.
right.
Because if you don't deploy, which I haven't yet, you have to be in the Guard for 6 years until you're eligible.
Oh, okay. I see. So, I mean, not only that, but you really take advantage of what's going on Scott because you play softball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who do you play for?
So it was the Scott Sandlot. Last year, there's a bunch of PCSs on the team, so we didn't really play a lot. I know early December they went down in Dallas and won a B Worlds, which pretty big deal. But that was the first time playing together in basically a year.
Really?
Yep.
So you were on the team when you guys did that?
No, I didn't go in December because I had basketball, but they played well down there.
Nice. What position do you play?
Usually shortstop, but I play shortstop and center field usually.
I can't do shortstop. Anything on the right side of the field I can do.
Yeah.
My arm is so trashed. I can't get it. Second base is about from second to deep in the second hole at second to first is about as far as I can throw it.
Yep.
It's without pain, without my arm feeling like it's going to fall off.
No, yeah.
So you coach basketball.
Yep.
Who do you coach for?
New Athens High School.
Oh, really?
Yep.
And you don't teach there? You don't have to be a teacher to coach?
Nope.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty cool. New Athens, isn't that where Whitey Herzog and
Red
Shane are from?
Yeah.
That must be pretty cool. They bring that. That must be a kind of a feature of the.
Yeah, I mean, like their baseball field's Whitey Herzog Field, and like he paid for it and built it and all that. So it's cool. It's a nice field.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. So how's your team look this year?
Varsity, we're 8-3. Just beat Lebanon last night. Next week we go to the Setzer tournament, so hopefully have a good showing there. But
where's that?
Setzer, it's down by like Wren Lake and like Carbondale, so it's
a
drive.
It's a drive. So you guys got to stay there for the week.
Nope,
you're gonna go back and forth.
Yep.
I guess it's all right.
Yeah, Monday we play Setzer, the host, at 8 p.m. So I probably won't get home till about midnight. But
oh man,
yeah, it's gonna be a long week next week.
No kidding. What are you the head coach?
No, I'm like the JV and like freshman coach.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Nice.
But the assistant varsity coach.
Okay.
And actually Saturday, I was our head coach had to miss, so I was the varsity coach.
He get kicked off? He's serving a technical?
No. But, yeah, we played Perryville in the Border Wars and came out with a win, so.
Nice.
I'm undefeated as a varsity coach.
Hey, congratulations, man.
Hopefully that's the only game I have to coach, but.
How'd you get hooked up into and coaching basketball?
Honestly, through softball.
Really?
Yeah, the junior high head coach was about 4 years ago, because I've been doing it I think 3 years. He played with and against me on my league in Redbud.
Oh, okay.
And he had an opening. He's like, hey, you want to coach basketball? Which I coached baseball for a few years prior to that. It's like, yeah, sure, I've never coached, but coach basketball, but I know how to coach. So
yeah.
And I played basketball through grade school, high school, and even a little in college. So
oh, cool.
Yeah, so I had some knowledge of basketball, and I got into it. And then the next year, he quit, so I became the junior high head coach
for
2 years. And then this past year, I jumped up to the high school because there was another opening.
Wow. Yeah, what'd you learn? What have you learned just being a coach?
Just being a coach, I learned a lot more patience.
I can imagine.
Especially at the junior high level.
Oh, my goodness. I was a substitute teacher and had to.
Oh, yeah.
Man, middle school is rough.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you have kids with good attitudes, good work ethics, kids with terrible attitudes, kids that are just naturally, like, good at basketball, and
right.
kids that aren't very this is their first year playing, but they're out there trying hard, so you have to reward that, in which it's pretty awesome.
That's cool. So I gotta ask, favorite baseball team?
Yeah, that would be the Mets.
The Mets.
The Mets.
From Southern Illinois, how do you become a Mets fan?
I really started watching baseball in like 05, 06.
Okay.
And, everybody around here likes the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So me trying to be a little different. I was like, you know what? I like blue and orange. Those are my two favorite colors. I like David Wright. Might as well just,
Yeah, why not?
start liking the Mets.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Wright would have been a good player if he just hadn't had that back problem.
Yeah. He had a really terrible back.
Yeah,
I mean,
he did.
I know it was a few years ago. He missed, I think, a year plus. And then, he came back. And his first game back, he hit, like, a home run.
Nice.
And, yeah,
that was a pretty...
That was emotional. I was like, oh, my.
Yeah, it's always cool. When, everybody says, well, I didn't try to do that. But, man, and it's just like, how do you... I don't get it because... they always say you need to work on hitting line drives and line drives. So everybody says, well, I'm just trying to hit like Albert Pujols says, I'm just trying to hit a line drive up the middle.
Yep.
But how do you hit 700 home runs if you're just trying to drive the ball up the middle? It's like how, I don't get it, but they make it look easy. I can tell you that.
They're certainly strong.
Yeah. And that was good. Those were good Mets teams in 05, 06. You had Wright. You had, what's his name up the middle at short?
Jose Reyes.
Yeah, Jose Reyes. And good pitching.
Oh yeah,
right. That was the end. Was that the end of Tom Glavine?
Yeah, that was I think it was the last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 05, and then that 06 team, they came close, buddy.
Yeah.
But Albert, Jose, Yadi Molina.
Yeah.
He put it away.
Oh yeah, I remember Andy Chavez robbed that home run, and then I think Yadi was the next batter and just hit the 2-run go-ahead home run.
Oh man, that was
broke my little heart.
Oh, that was. Yeah, we were watching that at Ozzy's restaurant in over at Westport, and that was Roland that hit that home run that Andy Chavez caught.
Yep, I think so.
And then Yachty came up with Yachty, like whatever, dude.
Oh yeah,
yeah, this guy's not going to do anything, and all of a sudden, that home run that was a great series though, if I remember.
That was awesome.
That went back and forth, and Oliver Perez really was a thorn in our side, if I remember in that World Series.
Yep.
Yeah. And then now, you got Carlos Correa.
Yep. Breaking news last night.
Yeah.
I actually woke up this morning. I looked at it, and I saw like a 13-year deal. I thought it said Carlos Carrasco. I'm like, what are we doing signing Carlos Carrasco for 13 years? But
yeah, when we went to bed, he was going to the Giants.
Yeah.
And the Giants missed out on another player.
Yeah.
And then I look at my phone. It's like 12 years or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna have. I mean, you get Verlander now.
Yep.
Scherzer. Scherzer and Verlander.
Yeah.
And Carlos Correa. Man, that's gonna be a good team if they can keep it together.
Oh yeah, Steve Cohen just spending all kinds of money.
They don't break your heart.
No. Yeah. Oh, they certainly will. I can't get my hopes up, but.
I can imagine Carlos Correa getting paid like Bobby Bonilla.
Yeah, I hope not.
Bobby Bonilla Day, what is it, July 1st?
I think it's July 1st.
Yeah, Bobby Bonilla Day when he gets paid his $1 million for,
Yep.
till what, 2050 or something like that? Or is it?
I think it's coming to an end here soon. But,
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
man.
I mean, it's been, I think, 30 years, so.
That is hilarious. We talked about, you talked about going to, how old were you when you went to BMT?
I was 20, I turned 23 the first week there.
What was that? What was it like just being an older dude in BMT?
So my flight, we actually had, I was probably like middle of the pack age-wise.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Our dorm chief was 39, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
39.
Yeah, but it was definitely, you looked onto more as like a leader, like, hey,
Right.
these 18-year-old kids, like, hey, what do I do?
Right.
So.
I'm just trying to figure it out like you are.
Yeah.
What was your parents' reaction? Dad, you had people in the military that had been in the military before?
So my grandma, or both my grandpas,
Oh, cool.
were in the Army, but yeah, nobody in my immediate family really.
And then you went to how long is your
Tech school?
yeah, your tech school?
I think it's like 3 months, or it was 3 months back then, but they shortened it to like a month now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you guys learn in that tech school?
So when I was in tech school, it was like basically what we do on the job,
Oh, okay.
all the systems, and just kind of how things work, both on the mill pay side and the budget side.
Right.
But now I think it's just like Microsoft and like Outlook stuff, and then they send you and like all your trainings like on the job.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, much different.
Wow. Well, all right, man. I appreciate you coming by, Staff Sergeant Greg Godier from the Comptroller Flight. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
All right.
All right.
With your look around the Air Force, I'm Technical Sergeant Eric Mann. Pacific Air Force's airmen, along with partner nation airmen, brought some holiday cheer to people in some of the most isolated areas of Micronesia and Palau. Operation Christmas Drop is an annual U.S. Air Force tradition working with partner nations to package and deliver donated supplies like food, fishing equipment, school books, and clothing to more than 20,000 people across 56 remote islands. It's the 71st year of the operation. Community volunteers worked for months beforehand collecting and packaging up donations. Christmas Drop works under the Denton program, allowing private citizens and organizations to use space available on U.S. military cargo planes to transport humanitarian goods. The drops are low-cost, low-altitude, and they bring partner nations together with U.S. airmen to practice skills.
We worked with 4 partner nations this year. We worked with Korea, Japan, Australia, and New Zealand, and it was the first time all of us have come together was this year for this operation.
This year, more than 200 packages were delivered in a total of 70 airdrops.
It's amazing to see. I did get to go out and do some ramp surfing on the C-130, got to see them drop, and it was just so amazing getting to wave to those islander people and just see the happiness and joy on their face.
Pacific Air Forces says the international effort brought airmen from Yokota, Japan, Andersen Air Force Base, Guam, and Joint Base Pearl Harbor, Hickam, Hawaii, enabling air crews to develop and maintain combat readiness, all while delivering humanitarian assistance to remote islands in an area roughly the size of the continental United States. And that's your look around the Air Force.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I'm here with my son, Sam Ellison, hanging out with me during the break. It's kind of an annual thing now, your second year
Yay.
of doing this, hanging out with me at work. So what do you think of that Christmas drop? That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, but I thought New Zealand was surrounded by other continents.
Well, it's a remote. It's out there in the middle. It's 2 islands. They were talking about the New Zealand Air Force working with the U.S., Australian, I think the Japanese and
Vietnamese?
No, I think it was it Japan, Australia, New Zealand, and the U.S. were all working together to bring those folks, like they said, different supplies and stuff like that. How cool is it that you get to see that lady said she was talking about, what'd she say, surfing on the back of the C-130? I think, what'd she call it?
Surf riding?
Surfing on the back of the plane.
How do you even do that?
That is, you hook yourself to a strap, right?
Yeah.
And then you can kind of hang out. You can kind of hang over the edge and look down while they're pushing out the cargo attached to
Yeah, but like, what if it goes
parachute.
up and it hits you?
Well, I think they got you you're out of the way, so you're good to go. You're kind of staying off to the side. I got to do that in Brazil. I got to.
You went to Brazil too?
Yeah, with when I was in the Army Guard. During it's called Fuerzas Commando. It's a it's a Western Hemisphere Special Forces competition that they hold every year, and I went with them. And then so it's like all the nations except for Venezuela and Cuba. But so I did a little surfing on the back of the C-130. They put me on a strap, and I laid down, and I videoed all the guys doing a parachute jump into a field full of cow patties, I was told.
Ew.
Yeah,
what is cow patties?
Cow poop. So a lot of the soldiers were coming back saying, "Yeah, we landed inside inside this pasture full of cow manure."
Yuck.
Yeah. So what else? What else you get for you got the famous bat that you
that
wanted?
no one knows. No one knows at my school knows.
A Marucci Cat 9?
Yeah, no one knows.
Well,
no one knows what that is.
That's okay because they're going to know this year when they see you using it and smacking the ball. But I mean, it's not just
you
the
mean
bat.
line drives?
Line drives. Well, smacking the ball, line drives, quick to through the zone, and all that good stuff that you're learning from Garrett. Speaking about doing good stuff around the world, the Combined Federal Campaign is going on now through January 14th. The CFC is the world's largest and most successful annual workplace charity campaign with almost 200 CFC campaigns throughout the country and overseas, raising millions of dollars each year. Community improvement efforts come in all shapes and sizes to address the direct needs of residents. CFC charities bring community members together and highlight their culture and diversity through local theaters, recreational parks, farmers markets, seasonal events, and community gardens. You can learn more about the Combined Federal Campaign at givecfc.org. Here again with my son Sam, and you got a bunch of books this year.
I did.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. You love reading.
Yeah.
You do. That's great. And some of the big books that you got were on what was it? Mythology?
Greek mythology.
Greek mythology, and not just Greek mythology. I thought your sister got you a book on Norse mythology as well.
Yeah.
That looks pretty cool.
It's like stories, and then like the bigger one is like about the people and like the family tree and whatnot.
That's pretty cool.
Mom got me Percy Jackson.
That's awesome. Got the set of Percy Jackson, right?
I thought there were 6 of them.
But you also got because you love your dad jokes, you got a dad joke book as well. That's a thick dad joke book. What do you got? What's a few of them that you learned?
What's the difference between a dad joke and a bad joke?
What?
The first letter.
He woke me up with that. That was the first thing out of his mouth when he woke up. So I'm assuming you'd been sitting, you read it at night and been sitting on that waiting. You couldn't wait to tell me that this morning. What do you got? What else?
What type of shorts do clouds wear?
Shorts do clouds wear? I don't know.
Thunder wear.
That's not bad. That's a good one. What else you got?
What did the plant say when it was hungry?
The plant?
Yeah.
I don't know. What did the plant say when it was
hungry? I could use a light snack.
So are you memorizing these, huh?
No, I'm reading it.
Well, I know you're reading it right now, but the dad and the bad joke, that's pretty good. You remember that one.
Yeah. What do you call sticky stuff inside trees?
What?
Need to know ASAP.
Thanks, buddy. All right, that's Sam, my son. You can find all of our links on Linktree, linktr.ee/. linktr.ee/126. Where am I at? I lost my place. So if you go to Linktree, that's linktr.ee/126ARW. You can find all of our links there. If you're watching on Facebook, are we keeping you up? By the way, what time did you get up Christmas Day?
3 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Was it 3 o'clock or 3:30 or something?
Yeah.
And then, so your sister was working on her present for Mom,
Yeah.
and she stayed up all night, literally. And then you got up at 3:30. What Christmas movie did you guys watch?
We didn't watch any Christmas movie. We watched Deadpool. I forgot how gory that was.
If you're watching on, so you had a good Christmas though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you can also download this on your favorite podcast catcher. That includes Stitcher and what else is there? Apple and
Spotify.
Spotify.
Are you on Spotify?
No. Are you on Spotify?
Yeah.
How are you on? You aren't on Spotify.
I listen to music.
On Spotify.
Yeah.
How?
PlayStation. There's no Apple Play. There's no Apple.
Oh,
Music.
so you have to.
Yeah.
Thanks to our guest, Staff Sergeant Godier with the 126th Comptroller. Appreciate him coming by and sharing his experience in the military, in the Air National Guard, and all that he does, man. That's pretty cool that he is also a basketball coach and works here full time. Hopefully he's having a good tournament down there near Wren Lake. If you want to pass something along, you can email rollcall 126.arw.pa.mm.org@us.af.mil. And anything. If you have an event coming up in your group, your wing, your flight, and you want everybody else to know about it, please drop us a line at that email. Thanks for listening to Roll Call, a 126th Air Refueling Wing podcast focused on people, mission, and community. I'm Master Sergeant Brian Ellison with my son, Sam.
His favorite.
10.